Since 2019, DW Excavating has been serving Roane and surrounding counties. We offer services including, but not limited to, repairing driveways, construction site preparation, drainage solutions, property brush clearing, farm road construction, culvert repair and installation, and utility line installation and repair. We provide free estimates. Check out our Facebook page or contact us at 304-532-2968 for more information. DW Excavating, taking pride in our work and in our community. DW Excavating is a proud supporter of all Roane County High School athletics. Go Raiders!
Can you hear me?
I can.
Can you hear me? You know, the more we do this every year, the more I like that intro music, John Penn. I'm just saying, it really gets somebody fired up to talk about Roane County sports.
Yeah, get you amped up. I thought it was a little long last week, but I thought it was the remix.
I may have double played it last week.
Okay.
I'm Andrew Miller. This is John Penna. We appreciate you guys tuning in live from Route 33 Steakhouse. I got to go back to Route 33 Steakhouse. Sorry, I just always call it Route 33 Steakhouse. We're here for the second edition of the Raider Review. We were talking last week with Coach Paul Burdett. Do you have any idea what year this is?
I do not. I mean, we've got to be year 7.
I thought if anybody knew, it would be you. Because Coach said he's been there for 15 years. He thought he's done it since the beginning. I don't think we did at the beginning.
Yeah, I don't think we did the beginning years because that would have thrown Coach Burdett off.
This is true.
We had to ease him into the thought. We had our Legend series.
We did do that a few years ago.
That's more than a few years ago.
It all is a few years ago to me. You can see the hair color, right? Well, we're feeling good here at Route 33 Steakhouse. Boy, it's been busy here at the steakhouse. We got a whole bunch of friends and family and fans. And I did forget once again behind us the banner. I did forget.
What about the koozies?
I did forget the koozies as well. So if we do a giveaway, I will just owe somebody a WVRC koozie. That's what's going to happen.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I feel bad about that, but hey, it's an off week for Roane County football, so everybody is in good spirits. We're just really feeling good about last week's game. I say last week, it was just a couple of days ago on Saturday, and a lot of things have happened in the world of high school football since then, before then, and it was a good week to be a Roane County fan. It was a good week to be a fan of Roane County High School, honestly. Lots of action up there at County Stadium, and it was handled quite well.
Yeah, you had quite a few games at County Stadium. Started off on Thursday evening with a scrimmage with Spencer Middle School. Friday evening, Clay County took on Midland Trail. Saturday afternoon, Williamstown and James Monroe. And then Saturday evening, Roane County and Greenbrier West. So a lot of games played on County Stadium, the field there. But a good weekend of football.
Yeah, very, very much so. We're going to be talking about some. Yeah, I agree. Joe McDonald tuning in saying it is Swolby's fault that I am still in preseason mode. I totally agree with that ish. Now, I have put more on that young man, more on his plate than he is willing to admit or willing to want to do. But he still comes through in flying colors, and I'll even say this. 20 minutes before I came on the air here, John, I was calling him because I didn't remember how to work something.
Well, you know what? It's been a busy summer.
Yes, it has.
It's been a busy summer, and now that Coach Burdett's not sitting here with us, we can touch on the things that that's been going on at WVRC Sports.
Yeah, it's been doing a lot of stuff. Obviously, if you are a follower of WVRC on our Facebook page, you have seen some of the shares that we have had. Now, obviously, last year we were able to go back into Calhoun County. And that's something that obviously we wanted to do. That was
we talked about it quite a bit.
Yeah, as soon as I bought the station, we wanted to get Calhoun County back on the radio somehow, some way. And then through the power of this guy's brain, we decided to extend our streaming services. And Calhoun County obviously was number one on the list. We got them involved. We were trying to get Wirt County at the same time because that's, again, one of my very close listening areas, a great audience over there. We just couldn't get it done last year. Obviously, that Wirt County was on the radar when we got into the summer months this fall or this summer. But Clay County somehow just showed up. I think it was basically through this guy again, the superintendent of schools in Clay County, Phil Dobbins, a wrestling guy.
Well, not only wrestling guy, but I've had a relationship with Phil since we coached youth football.
Yeah.
When I ran the little LKC, we became pretty good friends there, and I knew that he was interested, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to reach out to see, and you know how Mr. Dobbins is.
I do now.
He is a go-getter, and as soon as we kind of linked up, and I remember being on the ride home back from Clay County, and you were just like, wow, okay, this is a real good chance, and we stayed in contact, and things worked out, man. And I'll tell you what, I watched their broadcast. They did have some technical difficulties, not their fault, internet-based fault, but man, those guys really put on a good show.
Yeah, very happy and very proud to be partnering with Clay County Sports, obviously because the community over there is so passionate about their sports and their students in many other ways.
Oh.
And that's what we're looking for when we're talking about expanding our services at WVRC. We want to be in these small communities that have a lot of pride. They may not have a whole lot of people, but they got great people, and they got a lot of pride in what they do. And, of course, it was a natural fit to go to Calhoun County. It's a natural fit to get Wirt County involved as well, and that was a great first broadcast for them.
Yes.
But, again, Clay County is another one of those communities that they're very proud about what they have over there, and they do a great job. And I'm very appreciative of the crew from there, the crew from Wirt County, the crew from Calhoun County, and our crew, honestly, John. We've put together a whole lot of crazy stuff in the last 4 to 5 years of just learning how to stream.
Yeah.
And we've been the guinea pigs, but it's worked well, and it's worked so well that we've decided to expand. And we found out that we learned all the trip hazards, and we did all the troubleshooting so the others didn't have to.
Right. Yeah, it was awesome. Friday evening, with Roane County not playing, that night, I was able to flip through Calhoun. I was able to flip to Clay County, and I was able to flip to Wirt County. And you talked about it. Everybody did a great job. It was just great. I loved being able to go home, and we do this on Friday nights when we finish up with our games. We go home, we listen to our broadcast, we watch our broadcast, we pick ourselves apart. But we also like to find teams from around the state to be able to watch, and it's so tough to find teams. But now WVRC Sports, you're guaranteed to find 4.
We
right
know
now.
where we're at.
Yep, we know where we're going to be.
And we're excited about that. We're not resting, obviously, on our laurels. We've got so much more in the works we're very excited about. That's just a little promotion for ourselves, John, and what we're trying to do with some of these small schools in our area, at least to begin with. And we're not done trying to expand, folks. We're going to continue to do what we're trying to do here because we love bringing what we've brought to Roane County to the masses, and hopefully it continues. Debbie Runyon commenting, where's the banner? Listen, it's not that I am forgetful. So I started finally, I followed, it took me probably 3 years of Joe McDonald, our scoreboard graphics guy who runs OBS for our football games, berating me to get a calendar online. And I just wouldn't do it. I kept thinking, well, my brain power is enough that I can just remember things. And then we started getting so busy that I couldn't remember anything. And I finally said, I got to get a calendar. So I have a calendar, but guess what I did not do last Wednesday when I complained about not having the banner?
You didn't put a reminder for the banner.
I didn't put a reminder in my calendar to bring the banner to the next show. I will be doing that when we get Coach Burdett on and he starts talking. I'll be over here multitasking. So the banner is somewhere at my house or at the station, Debbie, and I will bring it next week. I promise we'll also be bringing the koozies for the people who are sitting up there at the bar and missing out on another opportunity for a trivia question. Lots of stuff, though, John, going on in the world of sports for Roane County. Over the past week, we got some things getting ready to start this week. Obviously, middle school football is getting ready to start. And again, that's a combined team this year.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't enjoy the Walton and Spencer kind of rivalry, Walt Gary and Spencer rivalry, but to have them all together is just kind of nice right now. Looking forward to their season getting going. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about golf, both on the ladies' side and on the regular team side of things. Got some volleyball scores and individual statistics to give to you guys as well. I've got a really cool announcement coming up here later in the show. This is a maybe announcement, but this is an announcement I have already committed to my calendar, so I'm going to try to make that work. Before we get into the sports, though, John, we were talking before we came on the air, and if anybody has been around Spencer, or if anybody follows you on social media, I wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about something that is incredibly cool that you and the Roane County Wrestling Boosters Club has decided to start working on. Now, I don't know if you're allowed to give all the details out on it yet, but I assume you are since you're starting to post videos of it. There is something really, really cool coming to Spencer, West Virginia in regards to wrestling, promoting wrestling in Roane County, and giving kids an opportunity to work their craft year-round.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and spill it all. I'm excited about it, but we started a Boosters Club in 2023, and we set out to do this because we we were looking to possibly build a facility up at the high school. But with things that are going on and things that the school system is going through right now that they're trying to work through, we've decided that we are going to just rent a space in the middle of town. So we did that, and we had a demolition day on Sunday, and it was really good because quite a few of our wrestlers showed up, middle school and high school guys, and we tore some walls down. So what we're planning to do is we are going to have a wrestling room that we can be in year-round. We're hoping that our middle school can practice in that facility. Our youth is going to come in behind us and practice on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. But we have a place that we can wrestle year-round. It's really cool. The folks that are on our Wrestling Boosters board has really done a great job of fundraising. We've had softball tournaments. We've had golf scrambles. We've had raffles, wrestling tournaments. So we've done a lot of different things to try to raise funds for our kids.
Yeah.
My kids are going to be involved for the next 5 years. I've got 8th graders up through juniors right now. So I wanted my kids to be able to have a place where they can be, train, and do all those things. And we're going to call it, it's going to be Relentless Wrestling Club. So we have a USA Wrestling Club membership. But it's going to be a place that we can practice during season with our middle school and our youth. But then in the off season, we can also do open things. We can bring clinicians in, which we did. We brought Peyton Hall in over the summer. Just opportunities for our kids to not have to travel. And we'll bring more guys in. We'll bring more folks in to teach our kids.
Well, getting Peyton Hall was a get,
I'll tell you what,
to
man,
say the least.
Peyton Hall was phenomenal. He was so good. All of our kids got chances to practice with him, wrestle around with him. And he was just great. He's willing to come back.
Nice.
So good impression on him. And there's other folks that are around the state that we know pretty well through wrestling. And listen, one of the things that I'm really enjoying right now is building our girls program.
Yes, that's a big deal that you could talk about.
Yeah. So at our youth level, you've always had a couple girls here and there. Middle school, you may have one. High school, we never had anybody really. So as of today, Roane County High School has 4 girls that are looking to compete. We're going to have 6 tournaments that are girls. It's strictly girls tournaments that we're going to go to. We're going to have a JV schedule for our kids that are coming up, and we'll have a varsity schedule. So we'll have 3 different teams within Roane County High School. At the middle school level, I think I'm going to have 6 or 7 girls. So that's just going to build for the high school. And then our youth level had 2 or 3 girls this past season. So we're looking forward to building and growing our girls teams on at the youth and the middle school and the high school level. But we're just looking forward to giving our kids a place to wrestle year round without any stipulations. And not only that, we want to do other things, not just wrestling based. We want to do some agility things for kids that want to come in, maybe work speed ladders, maybe work some agilities or plyometrics, maybe do some, body weight things that's going to help them get stronger. But we're looking forward to growing wrestling like we have for the past few years, and I appreciate the ones that are on our boosters club and the parents that have really helped us out.
And it takes that every time, obviously. So very exciting things coming to Roane County in the form of wrestling, the opportunity for wrestling during season and off season. I guess you always say there is no off season.
Right.
During season or preseason.
Yeah,
right?
and our motto has always been relentless. You got to stay relentless. You've got to stay after it, and we have been, and I'm proud of that.
What's taking place next for you guys? I know you do have a tournament coming up soon.
We have a tournament on October 25th. It's our Ghouls and Grapplers. It's catered towards the Halloween theme. Last year we did a great job. We raised some nice funds, but we also had close to 200 wrestlers that showed up to Roane County High School to wrestle. One of the main draws was our singlets. If you're a champion, you win a singlet. So it was super cool. It was kind of a zombie themed. This year we have a different singlet that these kids can win. So we're hoping to bring more kids in. Just give it a flavor of Halloween, but do it every single year and make the thing bigger and bigger.
Right, it's multifaceted. Number one, you give kids a chance to wrestle. Number two, it's a fundraiser opportunity for the Roane County Wrestling Boosters Club.
And we specifically have a girls division.
Yeah.
So, those things don't pop up all over the state. So we're going to have a specific girls division. We did that in our summer bash that we had. But we're looking forward to this one coming up in October.
So exciting things coming in the form of wrestling, obviously. We'll take a look. So there's been some stuff going on with Roane County High School golf. Now, just yesterday, the Girls Invitational that was taking place, the West Virginia Girls Invitational, Roane County had one girl in that event. Now, we've got more than that on the team, but we have multiple sport athletes, obviously, and so we did have a young lady competing in that, and Eliza Bratton finished 14th in the entire event, shot a 65. The winner, by the way, shot just a 47, so just barely off of those top 10 numbers.
She
for
from
Eliza
Williamstown?
Bratton, just a sophomore.
The winner from Williamstown?
Let me see. The winner was from Lincoln. Olivia Scott with a 46, actually.
Okay.
And then you see a bunch of Weir golfers. And then just off that top 10 is Eliza Bratton. Again, just started golfing last year as a freshman.
She's a sophomore.
Yes, doing a great job.
She's also
this
one
year.
I talked to about wrestling.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
because she's a track athlete as well, correct?
Yes, I believe she does.
Yeah,
do track.
we talked a little bit about wrestling in the off season.
And again, the younger sister of
Ava, the queen.
Ava, the queen, we call her.
Yep.
Ava just graduating, heading on to the next level of her career, whatever it's going to be. We're going to be asking her for money someday.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We're hitting her up because we know she's going to figure something out and going to be very, very successful.
Also, the Roane County Raider golf team altogether was competing just a couple of days ago in the St. Mary's Invite. That's a very LKC heavy tournament. It's kind of like if you were looking at a LKC championship tournament, a prequel to that. Roane County availed themselves well, finishing 9th place, right in the middle of the pack, 9 out of 15 teams. They shot a total team score of 381 for Roane County in that event. Ben Nichols, the junior, who took a year off from golf last year, finished as the Roane County medalist, shot an 83 in that event. Carter Kinder shot an 88, and then a 104 for Watson Nichols. How about that, young man? Speaking of wrestling, 106 for Eric Starcher, and then Aiden Jack coming in with a 115 in that event. Those guys are playing right now in an event, and if we happen to get some updated scores, we'll let you guys know about that. But golf team going at it just as they tend to do.
We know Ben jamming pretty well because he's been jamming for a while, and then Watson Nichols, glad to see he's on the mend because that guy was pretty swollen up from some poison ivy he got into. Apparently, this guy can't even stand downwind from poison ivy because he looked like he went 5 rounds with Mike Tyson. His eyes were swollen.
Oh, man.
But he did come in and help tear down some walls and take some aggression out at the new wrestling room on Sunday.
Roane County in a very long and very big match at Poca on the 30th of August in Lady Raider volleyball action. They were in action last night as well, but going back to that, what do you call it when there's 5 teams? Because it's a quad with 4, it's a try with 3. Do you call it a quintet or a quintup?
I'm looking at Burdett here.
No, I'm not going to let him talk about it. I got to figure out which mic he's in. Which mic are you in? Give me a test, Coach.
Test.
Nope, not that one. Okay, good. Because that. All right, now give me a test.
Test.
There he
There
is.
he is.
Hello.
What's it called, Coach?
I wasn't
teams?
listening. What? 5 teams in a golf match?
No, in a volleyball.
Volleyball. Quad. No, quad's 4.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Do they
Leslie.
even call it a
Quad plus 1. Let's just call it that.
Quad plus 1
There you
event
go.
on the 30th of August?
Simple.
Roane County defeating Lincoln County in 2 sets in that match, 25-19, 25-20 in that match. Amelia Pope, 4 kills, 4 aces, and 3 digs. Brianna Jones with 3 kills, 2 aces, and 5 digs. Lexi Mitchell with 3 kills, an ace, and 4 digs. Joplin Harlan, how about this? 1 kill, 11 assists. So she is setting it up for people, and 4 digs as well. Ella Keene, 3 kills, 2 aces, a block, and an assist to lead the way for Roane County. Lady Raiders also got a victory in 2 sets over Logan in that event, 25-13, 25-15. Lexi Mitchell with 9 kills, 2 aces, and a block in that one. 6 kills and an assist, a couple digs for Ella Keene. And that one, Amelia Pope with 4 kills, an ace, 2 assists, and 3 digs. Brianna Jones, a kill, 2 aces, an assist, and 10 digs in that 2-set matchup against Logan. Again, Joplin Harlan, 3 kills, 2 aces, 19 assists. She is going after records here as junior. Is she a junior or is she a senior now? My God, she's a junior, right?
Who?
Joplin.
Oh, she's a junior.
They just grow up so fast.
We've been doing this for a while, Drew.
Roane County fell to Gilmer County 25-16, 25-19 in that event. For Roane County in the Gilmer County loss, Amelia Pope, a couple of kills, 11 digs, 3 kills for Lexi Mitchell, and a couple of digs. Joplin Harlan, a kill, an ace, 7 assists, and 7 digs. Ella Keene with 3 kills in that one for the loss for Roane County. Roane County fell hard to Poca. This is a Polka Dot team who I called at the state tournament a couple of years ago. It's a good program, 25-8, 25-6, and not a lot to be done there for Roane County. You move on to the matchup that they had September 2nd, and this was a try at Ripley just yesterday. I was trying to get to that, John, but I still am tying up some loose ends from
Listen. I mean,
Yeah.
I know how busy you've been because summertime, you and I get to hang out quite a bit, and this summer we have been hit and miss because of both of our busy schedules. So I totally get it.
Roane County in the try yesterday at Ripley, falling to Point Pleasant in 2 sets, 25-21, 25-18 in that 2-set loss. Ella Keene with 5 kills, a couple of aces, and 3 digs. 3 kills apiece for Ava Martin and Joplin Harlan. Martin also with a couple of aces and 5 digs. Harlan with 7 assists and 9 digs in that one. Then Roane County fell to the host Ripley, 25-12, 25-16. Couple of kills apiece for Lexi Mitchell and Joplin Harlan. And that one, Amelia Pope with 6 digs in that loss. Lady Raiders are back in action tomorrow as they will travel to Riverside for a Tri-Riverside St. Albans and Roane County. That is set for 5:30 p.m. I want to thank the head coach, by the way, Sarah Harlan, who brought me and is continuing to give me, I'll take a water, thank you, who is giving me all the stats. And they've got a really neat stat hub. It's like an online stat hub, and it's really easy for me to read stuff, and I need that. So
Sarah, keep helping this guy out.
Keep helping me out. I thank Sarah Harlan for that. I wanted to thank Caleb Nichols for the golf score updates
Was that
as
Caleb?
well. That was Caleb.
Wow, Caleb.
He's already paying for the Wanamaker site, so I figured I'd just have him give me, so I didn't have to pay anything for it.
Yes.
Sounds like a good idea, right?
Winning.
One more thing to talk about real quick. Middle school football, as we talked about, is getting ready to start their season off, John. They've got their first game of the year starting tomorrow evening. I'll let you talk about that real quick.
Yeah, so last week we had the opportunity to scrimmage. We got the chance to scrimmage Wirt County Middle, and we also scrimmaged Calhoun County Middle School. I thought we did a pretty good job. Some things that we needed to look at and work on, move some guys around, but overall, pretty happy with the performance of what we were able to do. And then looking ahead to tomorrow, we are going to take on the Summersville, I believe they're the Cubs or the Bears? The Bears. So they're coming to County Stadium tomorrow evening. We're going to kick that off at 6:30. Looking forward to that. That's a conference game, so that's going to help set us up to do things that we're going to try to do down the road. But an opportunity for us to play a game, so we're looking forward to that tomorrow evening.
What time does that start again?
6:30 kickoff.
So if it fits your fancy, you're looking for something to do in town tomorrow, head up to County Stadium and watch the middle school. Again, that's a combined group of kids from Spencer, Walton, and Gary, and it will be a 6:30 kick against Summersville.
Against Summersville, yeah. You know, when it's combined, we've been able to – we have 3 kids that have come over from Walton. We have 1 from Gary. Easy transition. I mean, these guys have played football together a lot through the youth program at Roane County. So it was an easy transition, but we are excited to have those guys. We got 28 kids on the roster. Some guys that are a little dinged up right now, but I believe everybody should be back and ready to go next week or even mid next week. So looking forward to having everybody back, but come out and cheer on the Yellow Jackets tomorrow evening.
Absolutely. Good break to take for our exclusive sponsor. Sorry to Doug, Angie, and the rest of the crew. I forgot the banner again. I did get your logo up, at least on the screen. DW Excavating, our exclusive sponsor every single year of the Raider Review. We'll be back with Coach Burdett here in just a second.
Since 2019, DW Excavating has been serving Roane and surrounding counties. We offer services including, but not limited to, repairing driveways, construction site preparation, drainage solutions, property brush clearing, farm road construction, culvert repair and installation, and utility line installation and repair. We provide free estimates. Check out our Facebook page or contact us at 304-532-2968 for more information. DW Excavating, taking pride in our work and in our community. DW Excavating is a proud supporter of all Roane County High School athletics. Go Raiders!
I can't help it, John. I can't help it. You know what? I found this music. I will say this. I found this background music just randomly when I took over the radio station. Yeah, it's a little corny. It may be a little bit corny, a little cheesy, but I like it.
It kind of gives me the game show vibe.
Exactly.
Like you're coming down,
Well, it's kind of what I'm
coming down to
looking for.
play. So Coach Gray is checking us out.
Yeah, I do appreciate everybody tuning in and watching. Of course, Anthony Dwyer, Jennifer Myers said good luck with your wrestling, John. Obviously looking forward to that. Toby Ford, the Bears.
Yeah.
The Bears, as a Bears fan himself.
Not tomorrow, Tobe. Not tomorrow.
John Gray is watching, says Toby Ford, as does John Gray. Sue Jett watching us as well. Had a shout-out from Coach Jason Nichols from Clay County. Said thanks to Coach Burdett in Roane County for letting them borrow the field and the county stadium there on Friday night. Lots of action. They had the Clay County Midland Trail game on Friday night. Saturday afternoon, it was the Williamstown James Monroe game, and I'm telling you what a ball game that was. If you guys did not see that, man, you missed a classic.
Yeah.
26-25, a late touchdown and extra point by James Monroe after a big comeback in the second half from Williamstown. And then Williamstown drove it all the way down to the 20 and tried to kick a field goal for the win, got it blocked, and that's how that ball game ended. And then, of course, the nightcap. Not quite the instant classic you would expect.
Well,
But
folks thought it was going to be a classic. but then it turned out to be
I tell you what, it didn't turn out.
classic Roane County Raider football.
I will say it was a classic if you're talking about how Roane County handled teams last year in the regular season. Coach Paul Burdett with us, as always, nicely Billy Fold of the Coach B Special. I'm hoping that Jorge takes our advice and changes the name of that burger to the Coach B Special. I'm hoping he does.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Yeah, well, you're going to make it famous if nothing else, Coach. First games. As we mentioned last week, we don't really know 100% what to expect. Now, you're with these guys. You coached all of them, or the vast majority of them, last year during that run. Yet still, in a lot of skilled positions, you had guys who hadn't gotten the carries or hadn't gotten the totes or hadn't gotten the experience on a Friday night very much. You plug them into the system, and it's their time to try to make their mark. You got a couple of new linemen, and as you said, these guys it's not as if they're new to the program, but
Right.
getting that start and getting that time and being kind of in that spotlight, you're still not quite sure until you play a game on a Friday night. You can only learn so much from a controlled scrimmage. I always say your guys, for some reason, are bored with controlled scrimmages. But then you have the full scrimmage the week after that, and you saw some good things. You saw many things, obviously, you'd like to improve upon, but it just takes a Friday night under the lights, or a Saturday night in this case.
It was Friday for us.
Yeah, Friday for you guys. First off, assess. Obviously, before you go back and break down film, just your thoughts on how your guys responded to being in those positions for the first time on a Friday night, how they responded, obviously, to getting kind of, as we said, just smacked in the mouth right off the bat, and then your assessment of the game in general after that.
So first games are always really hard because most teams, most coaches don't show their full hand in the preseason. Obviously.
You included.
Not me. And so it's hard. There's going to be the unknown, and you got to just hope that you're able to adjust and get your guys on the right page when the unknown happens. And for us, the unknown happened on play number 1, 2, and 3, which just happened to be big gain, touchdown, 2-point conversion. So, I met the guys coming off the field. I said, hey, listen, they're doing some things that we haven't seen. We knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, good for them. They got us. Let's get the ball, go score, kind of take the pregame jitters out of it, then get back on defense, analyze what we're getting, and play some ball.
Seems like they listened.
They listened. We had Brody returns the ball to the 20-yard line. 2-3 plays later, we're in the end zone. And then we really settled down on defense. And so we had been practicing for super speed because that's all we'd heard all preseason is they're going to go fast, they're going to go fast, go fast. So we had been getting key reads and alignments and as fast as humanly possible, Coach May was snapping the ball on scout team. And so it wasn't quite that fast. And at some point there was a timeout, and I told the guys, I said, hey, listen, this is what we're getting. I just want you to run the defense that I call from here on out. Don't worry about our automatics and all the stuff that we were doing when we thought it was like super fast tempo. I said, I'm able to look and see what they're doing and then make a call. I said, so just run what I'm calling, and we're going to be fine. So once we settled down and we got back into the groove of running our stuff and being comfortable, we really took away anything that they wanted to do. And I just felt like sometimes they were trying to do more to put us in a bind than put them in a good spot.
Yeah.
And once we made adjustments, the bind was no longer there.
Right.
Our guys settled back in, understood what their responsibilities was, and we were playing football. So, offensively, I think our guys played tremendous. As we always do, the ball's just spread around to so many different people. But Brody had like 3 carries for 100 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Starcher probably had 6 or 7.
7 carries.
Javon had 4 or 5.
Yep.
Brabham had 3 or 4. Jake had 2. So try to spread around and keep everybody honest, right? Like we never want anybody to be able to focus on a guy, and that's the goal. And this year we got 5 guys, and not last year was 3.
Yeah.
This year it's 5. You know which guy are you going to focus on? You can't. But our offensive line, they're pretty dominant on the line of scrimmage, and I graded the film today, and I'm a really tough grader.
I was going to say you're a pretty tough critic.
And yeah, I mean, and we did pretty good, but it wasn't our best.
Yeah.
Still things that we can get better on, and we addressed some of that stuff today in practice. But it was a unique moment to see a pile of people, then watch Braxton run to the end zone with the ball in his hand, talking about a kid that says, listen, we don't talk about our lineman guys a lot just because they're not credit guys. They are credit guys, but everybody wants to talk about the guys that are run the ball. And I make it a point to talk about our lineman guys as much as I can. And I tell our lineman guys all the time, hey, those guys behind you aren't anything without you, but you aren't anything without them. So it takes both of you.
Right.
But on defense, Braxton coming out. Braxton has worked so hard in 4 years. And I don't know, I could count on less than one hand how many days he's missed in the weight room in 4 years.
Yeah.
Just dedicated to the program and has worked really hard and has got himself in a position to get out on the field and play. And
He's just biding his time behind a couple of guys, and now it's time for him to
very happy to see, very happy. Any big guy to get in the end zone.
How about the high step?
The stiff leg in, how about that,
I didn't even see it the first time, Coach.
He was holding the ball out, though.
Like a liver bread.
Yeah. Well, at one point he was holding it like this, like Dion would. Watched too many highlights.
He watched the Cowboys.
The documentary. But overall, I was happy with the night. Obviously, 20 seconds into the game, Greenbrier West was on cloud 9, and we're trying to figure out what just happened. But it was really good, and I'm really glad that it happened. You face adversity that quick.
Yeah.
And you see how those guys are going to respond. And that's what I said after I talked to the guys that come to the sideline. I told the coaches, I said, well, we're going to find out exactly who we are, and we're going to find out how we respond to adversity because it's right here on us right now. And they never blinked at it, really. Nobody was pushing a panic button when they come off the field, but I'd just make sure that I got my 2 cents in on what needed to happen and what we needed to do. And, even after our first drive, we're still down by 2 points, but it didn't matter. Really, it didn't matter.
You got a different feeling immediately from these guys. You've been around them enough, Coach. I thought, and here's one thing that I really like about this group is although they haven't had a lot of starting varsity experience, a lot of these kids were on the field a whole lot last year in second halves of games, and then you go to the second half of this game and you see your JV guys putting up numbers and playing well against the second unit for them.
Yep. But the thing about our guys, or first-line guys, is they do have varsity experience. That's the crazy. When we started on offense Friday night, 9 of our 11 starters had 14 games starting under their belt last year in some capacity. Maybe not at running back, but at linebacker. Maybe not at running back, but at corner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then the same on defense. 9 of the 11 on defense started 14 games last year. So a lot of experience. But, we're always going to do that, Drew. I'm not a run the score up guy. I never have been. I really don't see any positive in it for either side.
Right. You can get some guys dinged up if they're still in the game and the game's out of reach.
We're never going to have huge amount of depth at Roane County. And so you got to take care of the guys that are out there in the battle, right? Yeah. And so I made sure the officials knew when we come back out of the locker room Friday night, hey, we're going pure JV.
Yeah.
And so they relayed the message to Greenbrier West, and they did the same. And I would have been perfectly fine. Right. They wanted to bring the varsity out and do a drive and get some, find some success before you put it to bed for the night. But they didn't, and that was fine too. And I see this stuff, Roane run the score up.
Oh, yeah, I saw that too.
Listen, I am never, ever going to put young guys in the game and tell them not to play ball.
Yeah. Exactly.
They stood on the sideline in the first half, and they're buying their time, and they're paying their dues.
Scout team,
Right. And so when they get a chance to go out and perform, because I want to see what's coming, right? Yeah. Like that's my opportunity to step back, still be the head coach, but step back and just enjoy. Let let the JV guys play, let the JV coaches coach, and throw some 2 cents in here and there. But most of all, just stand and watch and enjoy watching those guys play. And we got some players. I mean, those guys played well Friday night in the JV portion of it. Then they went to Ripley Monday night and won 34-0. And so always glad and happy to see those young guys be able to get out on the
It's
field.
always good when they're on the field in the second half. That usually means great things for us.
Usually, it has been the other way around, but usually it's good.
It's been a minute since
It's been a bit,
since
yes.
we've had to deal with that. But yeah,
Well,
been a bit.
Now the most important question of the night, Coach.
Okay.
And I say this since you're off this week, right? So you guys are just working on some things to break down from last game, working on next week's opponent, all that stuff. The first ever post-game interview for Coach Paul Burdett on WVRC went swimmingly. I got to get your analysis of how our sideline reporter, Emma Sloan, did on her first time going to grab you after a ball game.
Listen, Emma and I's got a connection because we spend a lot of time in a driver's ed car together. And
There has to be some trust, right?
there's some trust there. Emma's a great kid. She really is, and I thoroughly enjoyed having her in class. And, she came up to me last Wednesday, I told you that, and asked me at school. And I said, well, listen, Emma, you're just going to have to be really good at reading the situation, right? Like, if you think I'm happy, let's do it. If you don't think I'm happy, maybe wait till next time. But she did a great job.
Coach, she was texting me multiple times at the end of the game. Should I go get him? Should I? I said, do it. It's bum rushing.
Yeah, she's fine. She's fine. I'm never going to be mean to her. I may not be happy, but I'm never going to be mean to her.
If you have a chance, if you haven't had a chance yet, to go back and watch her performance.
Wow.
It was awesome.
I watched most of your broadcast Saturday night because I can't sleep when I go home.
Of course not.
I laid in bed and watched it on the phone, and it was good to see her in the crowd with the student section, and just kind of playing the game and getting people involved. I think that's a big deal, and I think it only adds to the excitement of what you guys do. So
Yeah, we're excited to have her for the year, obviously. Of course, she's going to go on to bigger and better things.
well,
And
she'll be
hopefully
working for
just
ESPN. Yeah,
hope
just
she
remember the
remembers us.
little
Remember the
guys.
little
yeah, remember where you started.
Yeah. Hey, Jason Potter said you must have had a VCR if you were watching the Cowboys championship. Wow. Sorry, Coach.
Shots fired.
Shots
it's
fired.
the documentary on Netflix.
Documentary,
America's team.
Listen, I used to be a Cowboys fan. I'm a real Cowboys fan. I'm not today's Cowboys fan.
Oh, man. Don Sampson tuning in. What a game it was. Teamwork, absolutely. And, of course, our buddy Jamie Roffles with the Tiger.
Listen, Jamie, if you're going to be true Tiger through and through, I need to see a paw print tattooed on you somewhere.
At some point, somewhere, that's
I need to
going
see a
happen.
paw print.
Going to break away real quick. When we come back, we're going to talk about the off week, how you prep for next week, and we'll kind of highlight next week's opponent coming to County Stadium just a bit. Going to send it to DW Excavating. We'll be right back.
Since 2019, DW Excavating has been serving Roane and surrounding counties. We offer services including, but not limited to, repairing driveways, construction site preparation, drainage solutions, property brush clearing, farm road construction, culvert repair and installation, and utility line installation and repair. We provide free estimates. Check out our Facebook page or contact us at 304-532-2968 for more information. DW Excavating, taking pride in our work and in our community. DW Excavating is a proud supporter of all Roane County High School athletics. Go Raiders!
An air of relaxation falls over Route 33 Steakhouse and Coach Paul Burdett. He seems to be totally chill, not stressed whatsoever, and that's probably because he has a whole extra week. What is that? Wow,
It was my
what
phone.
Was that? Was that your phone?
Yeah.
I was like, are we getting a feedback loop?
I was
here?
reading Coach Ford's comment. He said it was the Lions' best performance of the year.
See
That guy's always on point. He is always on point. He never misses anything. Like
This
that.
is what he said. John Gray is watching again.
He likes to keep
on.
Coach Gray and make sure Coach Gray's new to Facebook.
He is.
He's new to Facebook.
He is.
I like it. He's interactive.
He is.
Jamie Rothfuss said, "You listen here, bub." Well, listen. I want the paw print tatted under your eye, like one of the teardrops. That's what I
think
want
that
to
means
see.
bad things, right?
No, it just means he's a real
fan.
He's a real fan.
So you start the season off, Coach Burdett, 1-0, and of course that's exactly what you want to do is get off to that winning start. Get your guys a game on underneath the lights. I usually say Friday Night Lights, Saturday Night Lights.
It was Friday Night
Friday
Lights.
night. I get
Listen,
you.
here, let me tell the story real quick. Wednesday night we talked about it. I know how Coach Burdett is.
Yep.
When it comes to the week, I stopped at Handy Mart on the way home. I ran into Hogan there, and he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, we're just getting through with the radio show." He's like, "Wait a minute. Oh wait, today is Wednesday. I thought it was Tuesday." I said, "Yep, I figured you would."
That's right.
He's got them all.
Oh, they're all
into it.
they're
That's
all
cool.
in there.
I'm glad.
You got to stay on schedule.
Yes.
I had a guy one time, and he's not watching or listening, but he said this: to be on schedule, you got to have a schedule. So if you're going to be on schedule, you keep the same schedule no matter what.
Yeah.
So Saturday, I said this: nobody shows up to County Stadium until 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, you can start arriving, and we'll eat dinner at 3:30 because on Fridays we eat dinner at 3:30. Stay on schedule.
Yeah.
Everything stays the same. Plus, I didn't want them sitting out there in the heat watching games.
Yeah.
That wouldn't do
Getting
us much good.
dehydrated.
Greenbrier West sat in the visitors' bleachers and watched the second half of Williamstown James Monroe.
It did
My
work.
guys snuck out and watched the end of it, and I wasn't very happy about it.
They will be kids still. They'll still cause some of those grays. So this is odd, Coach. A second week or a week 2 bye week.
Odd, yes.
How did that come about? Was that because of the changing in all the scheduling, because of all the changes in?
I don't know if you want me to get on that tangent.
I'm trying to keep you settled.
No, that's
tonight.
okay. I like getting upset about this stuff. So after the championship game last year, I won't name the team in particular, but if you know Roane County, you know what team we played in week 2. So anyways,
Yeah.
I messaged them and I said, hey, we're going to have to put some new guys on our schedule next year. Do you have any room to wiggle around in case I would have to pick somebody up for week 2? Could you move somewhere else? Nope. We don't have any room to wiggle. We're full. I said, oh, fair. I appreciate it. So fast forward till, I don't know, last week of January. And for a week now, I've been seeing on Tailgate Central that we were supposed to be open week 2, and the team that we were supposed to play week 2 wasn't open. So I sent a message and I said, hey, this is what I'm seeing. I said, I just want to make sure, like, we're good, right? Like, nothing's, oh, no, Coach, we had to schedule conference games this year. We're not playing. So that's fair. But I messaged you the week after the championship game, and you said nothing.
Yeah.
To which he said, oh, yeah, I told you. And I said, no, here's the text messages. So I screenshot, sent it. Anyways, so into January, I'm looking for a game. My schedule was full. I'm trying to find a game. But most people are scheduled up at the end of January. And so struggled, and finally, Ripley needed a game. And the only opening they had was week 6. Now, listen, I tried to twist and turn that thing every way I could. I called and made multiple messages to multiple people to try to get this person to move here and then move here and they move here and then Ripley go here and we go here and then we could play Ripley in week 2. It never worked. So we had to end up playing Ripley in week 6 and had to bump Ravenswood back to week 7, which meant we weren't open during the Want Festival like I'd worked for 13 years to make happen.
Exactly.
So,
in case anybody wonders why we're playing away during that, all right?
yes.
How about it?
So, anyways, week 2 was open, and that's what it had to be, which, not what we wanted, but also it's better than a week 1 bye.
Yeah.
Those are horrid. Not that week 2 is much better, but what I do like about it is so you had a scrimmage, a game. Now you can say, hey, this is where we're at. This is what we've improved on. This is what we need to continue to get better at.
Yeah.
Now let's work on it this week, and let's get ready, because when we go back, it's a straight shot.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're full go.
And so what I told the coaches is I said, obviously I like being open in the middle of the season. That way, if you have any dings or bangs, you got a week to relax, and you can kind of pull it off of them a little bit, because by that time, you're halfway through. It's not so much teaching as it is, just continuing to get sharper and do. We can still teach. So this week was good, and there's some changes that's got to happen, and that's going, but we're gonna make the most of it, and then we get back after it after this week. So.
Toby Ford, always on point, as per usual. John says, well, so much for the nice, relaxed, calm week off. Thanks a lot, Drew, after asking that question.
Oh.
I do apologize for that one, Coach. But I tell you what, he handled it pretty calmly. I'll give him
It's calm. It's good. That's in the past.
Well, he's had a little bit of time to come.
I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy in January.
January, he was saying, what?
Yeah, it was bad. It was not. It was bad. It's good now.
Coach, real quick, give us an update on your oldest daughter, Macy saga. Is she going to Ohio this
She is
weekend?
traveling to Ohio this weekend. Yep. She travels twice this year. Once to Ohio, which was not a far trip. And her other one is to BYU. She goes to Utah.
Really?
Oh,
So
That'll be a fun trip.
be a good one. Last year she went to Texas twice. So, and then of course, if they make a bowl game, then she'll travel to wherever the bowl game's at. So
Also had a chance while I was walking up and down the steps 800 times Saturday during the first game to see your middle daughter, Lexi, and I said, how is the first semester going? She's like, man, it's easy. It's all right. I'm like, okay, so she's doing well adjusting to college life.
yeah, she seems to be fine. Dad's worried brain's not fine when she travels every Tuesday and Thursday,
Yeah.
and then she travels to Clendenin every Wednesday and Sunday for softball stuff.
I'm
and
sure
so
you have Life 360, right?
I do, but it does not ease the brain.
Well, but think about it.
It does help.
Right?
I know.
I
We were
mean,
just out there, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It does help, and it you can get on and say, well, there she is, but
Yeah.
she went. It was maybe the first week, and about halfway through the day on Tuesday, there'd been zero communication.
Oh,
and so
man.
Dad cut loose a little bit.
That is not
Said,
acceptable.
We are going to communicate when you leave and when you get there. Not because I don't trust you, because
Right.
I worry.
Yeah,
Just want to make sure you're there safe.
Well, I wanted to talk about the two of them, obviously, because they have, of course, Macy is full on in what she's been doing, and seeing how we had Lexi as a kid in sports. We were watching her and broadcasting her. I just wanted to see how they're both doing, and you're getting ready to watch your boy tomorrow night. Now, I want to ask you this: how easy or how hard is it for you to be dad versus coach when he's getting ready to play his first game as an 8th grader versus last year as a 7th grader, because his role has significantly increased this year? So how is that for you? Are you prepared for that?
It's always coach first, and that's terrible. It is terrible, but he knows it. So
As long as it's understood.
he knows I can't help it. But when it's all said and done, I hug him and tell him I love him, and we're good. But I'm excited for him, and I'm excited to see how the team plays tomorrow night. Man, they look good. I thought they looked really good last week. Key is as I always say, is to keep those guys together.
Yep.
To keep them together and keep them playing. I mean, how many 8th graders? 16.
16.
I mean, that's a squad.
Yeah.
The biggest freshman class we ever had was 22.
Yep.
Did not finish with 22. Finished with 9 of the 22.
Oh, wow.
As seniors.
Yeah.
Right.
But as freshmen, they were 22 of them, and I can remember taking those guys out, sitting them down.
That
and
was
I
Danny Bush, Isaac Ryan.
You got it.
Yep.
And I said, listen, you guys are the future. And the future completely depends on how hard you work, how dedicated you are, and how much this program means to you.
Yeah.
And that was when they were freshmen. When they were seniors, listen, there's a lot of stuff that happened that year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But had some things not happened, that group takes us back to. But guys, we missed the playoffs by a tenth of a point.
Yeah.
And we only played 9
games.
Uh-huh.
And
So-
kept Sissonville out of the playoffs.
Yeah, we did.
On a long
It
drive.
was a little chilly that night.
On a
I
long
don't remember
drive.
feeling my face or feelings at that point. So it was good
I
stuff.
remember after the game, I was starting to walk off the field, and Macy said, "Dad, I need your help." And I said, "For what?" She goes, "Dump in the water." I said, "Macy, just dump it like you always do." She said, "You don't understand. The lid's frozen." I said,
I can't get it
I
open.
got you.
Yeah.
But no, man, you know, I'm excited to watch them, and I try to keep the coaching out of it as much as I can, but it doesn't.
We know better.
He knows it
That
doesn't
was a
happen.
loaded question, by the way.
Doesn't
John.
happen.
Oh, yeah. Trust me.
But I'm excited to watch those guys throughout the year, and then obviously, you know, it would be great to get those guys and
Yeah.
keep them together. And
It's funny because Taven asked me to help. I was just going to do the conditioning and do all those kind of things, and then they started kind of putting some things in, and I'm like, okay, get my juices flowing here a little bit. And I told him, I'm like, listen, I'm going to be a different guy when it comes to football than what I am with wrestling and what I am with track, and this is a little bit more up my alley for what I do. And so we get in the car Saturday or Thursday last week, and I'm just kind of going over things with him, and Kristen's like, oh, don't do this. I was like, it's fine. I'm like, we're just talking this over with. Of course, he was good. He was fine. We get home, and Tyson was like, hey, buddy, why don't you come in here and sit down with me a little bit? Keep your head up on this, do that. And I'm like, and I look over at her, and she just shakes her head at me, you know, whatever. On the ride in today, I was like, we went over, you know, just our scout kind of stuff, and I said, this is what I need you to do if you're going to be working the back, or I need this. And where she was dropping me off here, I said, that wasn't bad, was it? And she's like, well, you weren't talking loud or screaming like you were last time. I'm like, I was not.
the
It's
women,
been fun.
They don't get it.
Right. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun to
My
to
wife
see him.
claims that we could be divorced after the next 4
Right,
years. And I
right.
said, hey, we're fine.
It's all good.
Fine. He loves me.
Yeah.
I love him. We're fine.
And he's
Right.
going to hear it.
Right.
Listen, he's hurt. That's the thing, though, is our kids are conditioned to it
Yeah.
because that's all they've ever known out
Right.
of us. So it's not like it's anything new. But it is good to separate it as much as you can.
Right.
You know, the goal is to not take it home.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And so when we're and usually he rides home with me, so we get our talks out in the truck, whatever it is, you know, and it's not like it's 100% negative all the time, but talks get out and we go home, and
Yeah.
if he brings it up, we'll talk, but I try not to go any further.
Right.
Yeah, you do the best you can to make it, Dad. When
We
you walk
mean
through the
well.
doors. Yes,
We
of
mean
course,
well.
of course
Unbelievably
you
well.
You want the best for
Unbelievably
your
well.
kids.
Get off our backs.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a loaded question. I do apologize. A loaded question there, Coach.
I'm
I do
surprised my
apologize.
wife hasn't commented.
I'm waiting for it to come in. Hey,
Yeah.
Coach, where are you guys going to be Friday night? Are you going to go watch opponents, or what are you doing Friday night?
We haven't talked a lot about it yet. I imagine we'll be somewhere. We got to watch Clay last week. I will probably go watch Clay again just because I can't look. I won't. I refuse to look past anybody. I mean, obviously we're going to get film, but
Seeing it live is always
Routine.
best.
it is routine, and so the only thing we're worried about is Clay County, and that's the only thing that really matters. So I see no reason to go anywhere else. But I think they play at Buffalo. I think.
Yeah.
So it's probably where I'll be camping out a little bit Friday night.
Well, I'm going to be. There's Angie. Right, she says.
There you
With an
go.
exclamation point.
Right on cue.
I'll be hitting the road on Friday night. I'll be heading all the way. I'm sorry. I'll never ask those questions, personal questions.
Sleeping outside with Ella tonight.
I know how it's going to be. She says, I know how it's going to be. I was going to say, I'm going to be on the road in Richwood with our Calhoun County crew just because we had some issues last week with audio and stuff. And it was on our end. It wasn't their fault. So I'm going to make sure things are going well. It'll be my first trip to Richwood. I've never been to their facility.
Never been there. Well, let me give you – you've been there.
I don't remember.
Your 8th grade year, we played in a CWVAC championship up there. You don't remember
I thought that was Webster Springs.
No, that was at Richwood. You remember the snow coming through the mountains?
I do remember winning in snow. I do remember that.
Let me tell you what, we went up there for softball this spring, and I watched it snow in softball. We walked in, these people sitting in these little see-through canopies, and I thought, man, these people are weak up here. I was wanting one.
You're like, let me in.
Oh, it was horrible. It was snowing up high and rainy, misty down low, cold. Woo!
Last time I was at Richwood would have been Tyson's 7th grade year, Begler Delk. We went to Richwood and got a nice win with that Walton team.
Okay. So Angie says, yep, divorced.
Wow.
Dylan Cornwell tuning in says, smells like wood. He remembers CWVAC track meets up there, too.
Yep.
I tell you what, it'll be fun for me to get up there into Lumberjack country. I've never been there that I remember, but now that you do bring that up, I do remember winning a championship up there against Webster somebody or whoever it was.
I can't remember who we played, but we played at Richwood High School.
All I remember is I started dating Jessica Gandy on the bus to the game. That's probably what did it for us, was my excited feeling.
I remember the lumberjack that stood at the end of the field.
Yeah, he's still there.
He's still there.
He was a while back.
Listen, I was solely focused on the game. I didn't look around me.
Whatever, dude. You were making googly eyes at Jessica Gandy. You were blowing kisses.
Coach, thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry if I've gotten you divorced.
It won't be immediate, Drew. It'll just be it's down the road.
It'll be slow.
It's a slow death.
So Roane County is off this week, folks. Don't forget there is there's football tomorrow night up at County Stadium, middle school football, Spencer and Summersville taking place at 6:30 is the kickoff for that one if you'd like. And then there's all sorts of stuff you guys can watch from WVRC Sports on Friday night. If you're looking for a game to watch with us, we have 3 separate streams going to be going on. Work County, by the way, has their Hall of Fame night going on over there. So they're playing – I've already forgotten who they play. Webster County on Friday. You can tune into that one. Clay County, as you said, is at Buffalo, and then Calhoun County at Richwood. And then we'll be on the air next week at home once again. Looking forward to that.
We will be. We'll be home next week.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And the week after that.
Coach, I'm headed to Lumberjack country. Can you still, even though you don't have a game Friday night, give me your best meteorology report? Do I need to? Is it jacket weather?
I would take, if I'm going to Richwood Friday, yes, I'm taking a jacket.
Okay.
There's no doubt. We're supposed to have a lot of rain tomorrow. The clouds already moved. Did you see the clouds?
No.
So when I left school, the clouds were rolling in. Supposed to have, they're saying like an inch of rain tomorrow, which we need. But it's going to cool back off, and so, yes, I would take a jacket with me to Richwood on Friday.
Is there a certain time it's going to rain tomorrow? Because hopefully it's not 6:30.
I'm afraid if you got a rain jacket, Coach, I would wear one. Now, I will be positioned snugly in the press box, typically where you guys are on Fridays when I'm braving the elements. So if you need anything, just holler.
I will.
John Penna, last words, buddy.
Hey, great performance last week by the Raiders. Very impressed with the guys that got the opportunities to come out and their coming out party. I thought the team was great overall. Great atmosphere at County Stadium. And if you get a chance to, come out tomorrow and watch the future of Roane County football and enjoy the bye week. I'll be watching 3 different games on WVRC streaming.
Hey, listen, if you watch our JV guys and then you watch our middle school guys, the future don't look too bad.
I like it. I like the thought of that. Hey, shout out again to Doug, Angie, and now Clay at DW Excavating and the whole crew. They are our exclusive sponsor once again this year for the Raider Review. Thanks again to Jorge and his staff here at the Route 33 Steakhouse. They're always gracious to let us come take over on Wednesday. Thanks to everybody who came and enjoyed the show here tonight. Thanks to Coach Burdett for joining us on his off week. I am apologizing in advance. I know a good attorney if you do need to get divorced. For Coach Burdett, John Penn, I'm Andrew Miller. Have a wonderful night, everyone.